it's Coach Case, or whatever the case may be. See, automatically when you tell a person, I don't think something should be like this, it all depends on the kind of relationship that y'all got as to whether they're going to stand to you and tell you that they disagree with you. If y'all don't have the kind of relationship as to where they will stand to you to say, no, I think you seeing that wrong, I think you got a wrong view on that, or you handled that wrong, then what they're going to do is, if you'll notice, I want y'all to be smart and catch this. What they going to do is they going to just hush. And they're going to let you keep feeding yourself and just pumping yourself on up now with what it is that your mind done psyched to believe. They're not going to say anything. Even in their mind, if they're thinking it, they're still not going to say it because of the way you have come off. See, they automatically know you ain't trying to hear nothing. See, you really didn't call because you wanted to be talked to or get some understanding or some reasoning. You really just called because you wasn't strong enough, I like to say a coward, and that's really what it was, a coward to stand up to who it was that you really needed to talk to, so you call somebody else. I want to ask you about this. Now, don't you just tell me what you think. Tell me, I'm serious. Why don't you tell me what you think about it? Because, see, this is the way the situation, When I don't think that should have been handled like that, and that could have been different, or whatever the case may be. Well, if you already bowled up, if y'all don't have the kind of relationship, and more than likely you ain't called nobody that you got that kind of relationship with, because you really don't want to be challenged. Because if you really wanted to be challenged, you would have called who you were feuding with. Or you would have waited until y'all could reason and talk about it. So you ain't really want that. So you called where you could get some type of agreement, so to speak, or where you was going to get somebody that just wouldn't say nothing. One of the two. And now God forbid that you deal with somebody or contact somebody that's got an issue with the person that you got an issue with, because you know you wasn't looking for nothing but mess then. You know you were going there for mess then, because you already knew there was an issue. So she says, I'm not going to where I'm disobedient at. I'm not going to the altar to make this right. I'm not going to go to God and say I'm sorry about what I've done because of the doctor. But his touch couldn't fix it. It's in the touch. It's in the touch. Be careful when you put hands on you. It's in the touch now. I realized something yesterday. I told Sharika yesterday we were riding, and I told her, I said, listen, honey, you better watch these. This is where the danger is. This is where danger really gets us at. It's what you let get in your ear. I see, remember you watch this. This is dangerous. Very dangerous. This. The serpent got in Eve's ear and beguiled her. It's closest to you. That ear is. It speaks directly into it. So it gets directly into that membrane. It's in that ear. She was looking for somewhere else as a people until we really get ourselves to a place and a point of where we really want to righteously live and walk righteously. Y'all, that's what we do. And it's a God in heaven truth. I'm telling you, I've been there. It's what we do. We're going to look for agreement somewhere. You ain't going to really deal with nobody that's going to talk to you and say what they got to say to you. To tell you the truth, you ain't want to talk to nobody and say, now you know they're wrong. It takes getting to a place in life to do that. It takes getting to a place and a position of maturity to do that. And I'm still in the text. She had a plague because of disobedience. Now we read the account of what happened with her life, and we get it from a whole nother spectrum. Oh, she touched but the hem of his garment. No, somebody tell her to get herself together. Get that disobedience out your life. Huh? Straighten yourself up. Do it like it's supposed to be done. We don't want to hear that. We just want to talk about the touch. She ended up at her last resort. She had nowhere else to go. Disobedience pushed her back completely up against the wall. Now, this was the question that sparked in my head when I was dealing with this. Well, where was that she was disobedient for? Let's just say if it was a dude. I'm a female, so I'm using a dude. Where was he at? Yeah, she was broke. He was gone. he had got all he was. I'll see y'all. It's a real life, right? Yeah, that's how you learn to live the Bible. That's how you learn to get victory. When you make application of stuff the same way you just did. See, you won't get caught like that because you heard it. Yeah, see, you will pay attention and make sure that don't happen. See, it has to click inside. See, it's real life stuff. That's where people mess up with this book. They make it a story. It's not a story to me. It is the life, the account of the woman with the issue of blood. That's how I read it. So you see that. You know, okay, where you at? For whatever means I'm disobedient about, I had to be disobedient about something. Something I didn't want to do. That is an act of disobedience. That's what disobedience is. It means that I have been instructed to do something and I am choosing not to do it. So where is that you were disobedient about? Where is it? Where is the assistance that it's giving you? Where is it benefiting you? Why you bleeding? Why you going broke? What is it benefiting you? Huh? Think about it. To lose or to be removed or allow ourselves to be removed from a position that we have been granted or given for something that cannot keep us in that position. You at least want to get connected to something that's going to push you forward. Something that's going to go along with you. So whatever it was that she was disobedient about, didn't even have enough. You left her there. Broke. You left her there. Bleeding. She ended up at her last resort. Was placed in a position of shame. Wow. Now that's heavy. That's a heavy one right there. I think that one hurts bad. That one does. Because that's that one that'll put you where you won't want to come out. Even be seen. Or nothing. Because what that says is something has happened that I did not think would ever happen. You see, when they told me not to do that, I wouldn't listen. Oh, no. Oh, I just knew what y'all were talking about was, you was crazy. I just knew, shut up there, Fee. I just knew I could make it work. You hear me? Come on, Pastor. I knew, see, when Pastor Lee said that the relationship wasn't right, when she said that, that ain't God. No, the hand of the Lord ain't on that. No, you need to stop that behavior right there. That behavior gonna get you. When she said that right there, I don't like what she said. See, I just want to run this by you and ask you what you think about this, what she said. See? You know what I'm saying? You know, she can be rough in how she talk anyway. You know what I'm saying? You know, she can be rough. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm just saying, you know, that's just how she is. Yeah, I'm just saying too. Sometimes she has to be rough because she's dealing with a hard-headed Negro. So there you go. How to talk. I want to ask you what you think about this. That's how it starts off. I want to ask you, if you got a minute, that's what I want to ask you what you think about this. Pastor Lee said, such and such and such and such and such and such. Why don't you tell me what you think about it? Whatever. Well, them folk ain't gonna tell you what they think about it. They know you tripping. As if they disagree with you, you gonna be tripping on them. But then if they agree with you, that's a joker that got a problem too. Because Pastor Lee probably stung them somewhere back. So it's some hidden agenda in there. You can bet that. So now she got to have shame on her. Because she done let this disobedience drive her. Lord have mercy. She done let it took her out for 12. They're free. She done let it took her out for 12 years. She let it take her out 12 years. Thanks be unto God, and I say this here, it was good that she was able to recover. But I want y'all to see what all she lost along the way. She lost years. She lost money. She had to walk around with shame. Her spiritual state wasn't in good condition. How you know, Pastor Lee, I told y'all about challenging me with that stuff. The woman was going to humans instead of going to God. Let you know her spiritual state wasn't in good condition. The issue had to be with God. The issue had to be with God. How you know, Pastor Lee? Because she wanted to run the man. She didn't want to run to God. She wanted to talk to man. She didn't want to talk to God. I'm going to go over here and pay this one. They got my money. Then you're going to go pay another one. They got my money. Then you're going to go pay another one. They got my money. Your issue ain't with man. Your issue with God. When you start running different places, that's the same thing. Let me show y'all something. Let me bring, this is a natural talk. Let me show y'all something. That's the problem with church hoppers. The issue don't be with man. The issue be with God. Once that man, that woman says something that challenges them, well, see, the challenge came from because he's calling you to a righteous life. And when God is calling you to a righteous life, he's going to deal with anything that's unrighteous. So then sometimes some things are going to challenge. Period. I get challenged. It's going to be challenged. So the issue does not be with humanity. The issue is actually with God. You'd be surprised how many folk are walking around with an issue with God. The problem is with God. Because God is saying internally what needs to change. And I don't want to change it. So I'm going to keep running from this position to that position. Because everybody that I call and talk to about the issue I got, I'm literally putting them in the position of being a physician. Because to some degree, I want them to fix something. If it ain't nothing but give me an answer, if you can't give me an answer, just at least hear me. And don't say nothing. See, when you don't want people to say something, I don't want you to say nothing. I just want you to just hear me out. It's because you don't want the truth.